Alright, we'll do a quick recap, and then we'll rock and roll. But just to let everybody know, before we start, excuse me, everyone that's in my chat, I can't speak for Knight's chat or anybody else that's streaming on here. I will not be able to just interact with you guys as often right now, because I am running the game and I have to pay attention to what's going on. So, I'm sorry. But thank you for hanging out. This is the third session of a game called Delta Green, which I guess the easiest way to explain it is imagine D&D but with X-Files. And instead of rolling a D20, a 20-sided die such as this, we roll two 10-sided die that look like this. And we all have stats. Well, I don't. But everyone has stats that they're trying to roll under to complete their thing. What they're trying to do. So it's a lot of role-playing stuff, and it takes place in the real world, and they're trying to save the world from the unnatural, and trying to stop that from happening. And so, yeah, this is a test. We'll see how much we like it after we finish this session. Well, not session, but this like little storyline. And if everyone enjoys it, we'll keep doing more, and if not, then that's okay.
If not, then maybe we find a different system to try out too.
Maybe we'll just play D&D, so that way you guys can have we can have more D&D games happening in my crazy world. But as I said, this is the third session, and it takes place. Sorry, if you guys want to catch up on it, I think that's the thing. Yeah, there's my YouTube. All of that and all the tabletop role-playing games have been streamed up there, or have been put up there for people to watch. So, quick review of what happened last time. Our group of agents, they all get called to Chicago because there's a drug called Reverb that's being sold on the streets of Chicago. And they're like, go find it out because it's got some weird freaky deaky side effects. And they're like, okay, bro, let's find it. And so what they do, they try to break into some poor woman's apartment by manhandling in here and stealing the laptop. I don't remember if they actually kept the laptop, but they did, I think. And then from there, after they did this, they're like, hey, let's go to the club. To where one of the people who I guess had so much of a hard, just a very uncomfortable time, he decided not to show for this time with Ella Smith. But anyway, they had a party. They got and hung out with a whole bunch of people and got some information potentially, but now it is the next day, and all the names that they have found in the missing reports they're meeting there, except for one person, because that player can't play with us anymore, and conveniently the person who's supposed to interview disappeared, aka they had work and wasn't able to make it in game. And so with a little bit of switching around and shindigs, we are now yeah, sorry, I just have to do this. Actually, I can do this later. So yeah, we're going to give a little bit of intro, and then we'll start up. So we open up we went up this morning. Actually, I believe it's afternoon now, as they got their morning stuff. As the agents get their morning stuff done. We have our camera open up in several small stuffy rooms with one agent each sitting across from a group or sometimes singular people. There are dark walls around that line this room with a camera in the corner as it hums as it lets off a hum as it gets on the nerves of pretty much everybody in here as the silence is deafening. In the center of this room is a simple and Spartan metal table with a few paper cups with drinks in there for the guests. And as much as these chairs were cost effective and saved money, what they saved in cash gave up in comfortableness. And now we will open up with the agents asking questions. So this is how this is going to work, because back in session 1, you guys said that I think it was session 1, you guys were going to split up and interview each group of friends. And so we are going to rotate. We're going to have everybody ask one question. So pretty much, Guy, you'll ask a question to your people, and then they'll answer that, and then we'll just rotate to the next person, and then rotate to the next person. We'll just keep rotating until everyone is done, and we can move, and then we'll go from there as soon as everyone feels like they got the answers. And yeah, like, and if you guys have anything that you want to clarify, feel free to ask. Feel free to like just break character and ask me if you need clarification. So just as a review, I'm gonna let you guys know the name of the name of the missing person whose friends you are interviewing, and then I guess we can, unless you guys know what order you want to start asking questions in, you guys can go from there. So starting off, what we have at the top of my list, we have Brittany Griff, who is just one of the missing people, and that's Guy with the alter ego of Jill, who is interviewing her friends. James Chase, which originally was Evan/Bob, which was Lemon's character. They got taken out by some weird force, like jumped out of a closet. Since Dick, his person, wasn't able to come in due to work, they are moving Dick over to cover James Chase's friends. Which, you guys, just a quick refresher, because it was 2 weeks ago, Jenny was the person who was in that apartment. That, if I remember correctly, E-Corp was very concerned to know and thought that Jenny was not going to make it. So we'll see if she's here today. Kyle Caldwell, who was another person missing, that's Joseph/Aaron, which I think that's Pug's character, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay. And I have a plan for his character. So what I'm going to do for him is I'm going to roll 2d10s, and it will determine what he does in there. If he watches the VOD, he might not be very happy what comes out.
Well, I mean, that means that he should have actually allowed to up to our planned times.
Yeah. And then finally, Michaela Stevens, which is Danny/Joe. So do you guys know who you want to talk to first? Or not talk to first, but who wants to start off the interview?
I'll go first.
Okay.
If you guys want. No one's jumping at it.
No problem. If no one...
Can I get a refresher on who I'm talking to and why I'm talking to them?
Yes. I will. Yeah, I was just letting you guys know whose friends you guys were talking to. So yeah, you're talking to the friends of James Chase. And so in your... sorry.
That's the guy that we went to his apartment.
Yeah, you went to his apartment. So we'll say this. You walk down one of these hallways and enter the room, and you see the young woman there that you met the day before. Do you have her... did you have the... Are you guys giving the laptop back to her?
Did forensics take a look at it?
I don't think you guys confirmed
We never gave it to forensics.
if you guys want to, if you guys want forensics to take a quick look at this while you guys are doing the interviews, we can hand wave that and say that you guys did that.
Well, we looked at it and there wasn't anything of note, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and
I think Knight did a search.
Yeah, Knight
'cause he
did a
had, like,
search.
higher
Yeah.
skill.
I also
I think we kind of want to keep it under the table and just sort of not officially track it, maybe.
Knight doesn't want anyone to know that we went and jacked that shit.
Yeah, you guys also, if I remember correctly, got a burner phone that was in a hidden compartment. I can't remember if you guys got anything off that.
We got the phone number off of it that was just labeled goods.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So. Yeah, so you guys are just holding on to that stuff for now?
We're definitely holding on to the phone. I think the laptop we can probably just pass back to them, unless anybody has objections to leaving that with David to pass back to her.
No, I think we can give it back.
Okay. Yeah, there's no problem. Jenny's not alone in this room as well. There is another man in there. Where you, a quick look at your notes, you see, it looks like a slightly older man, with a, like, scraggly, like, graying hair. And you see that this was their landlord, who was friends with them. And his name is Richard Johnson. So, I may have done things on purpose. Ecor's giving the look.
D-Pain do something like that on purpose? Nah.
Ecor's just looking into the camera like, really? So, I was sitting on that name for about a month for this one moment. But anyway, yeah, you get up and greet them, and she asks, like, oh, before we start, did you guys get everything you got off the laptop? Am I able to have that back, or what?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Whew. Thank you. Yeah, I believe I mentioned before. His parents are coming in to gather everything within the next, like, week or two. And now D-Pain, the GM, is really hoping that he gave the same timeline. Don't look at my inconsistencies, because that's on me. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah. What do you have any questions?
I guess. When's the last time you saw your missing roommate?
Well, it was about the night before he disappeared. I was heading into work. Actually, Mr. J over here, he was coming and collecting rent as well, and he saw him there as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I saw him and collected the rent, but these two guys were just walking out, their jobs, which helps them pay for my stuff. But anyway, yeah, I walked him out the bus, he had an Uber, that's what it was, and yeah, like, we were both heading out, so seemed normal enough. Nice kid, didn't have any trouble, paid rent on time. Sometimes a little spacey, but yeah. But yeah, so that was honestly the last time I saw him. He just, we went to work. It seemed like a normal day.
Can I ask follow-up questions? Or are we doing round robin?
I figured we'd do round robin, but unless you have something like, we'll do like 2 questions in case you like. Yeah, we'll weird round robin. Yeah. So if you have like a follow up on that specific one, then we'll switch. Already changing the things. Is Lady Sasquatch
Yep,
making a mess? I missed it.
Guess we'll have to check the VOD.
Gravity still works.
Did Lady Sasquatch miss a step?
My chair, the bar that keeps my chair upright, right? Like I can pull it out, it'll lean further back. And it popped out, like I didn't pull it. It went further back than I expected, and like I have fallen completely back in this chair and hit my head on the floor before.
Well, at least you passed your alertness test, and I would definitely say dexterity. So
Oh my god.
you do not get to check those boxes off. I'm sorry, in real life.
No, it's good. It's good.
Because you know someone would clip that. The doctor would come out. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll allow one or two follow-up questions, and we'll switch over.
Okay. I forget what I was going to ask.
How did he sit in chairs?
Has
How'd
he
your
been frequenting any new places or hanging out with any new people? Unfamiliar people?
Trying to think. I know that I don't know, he was kind of just kept to himself a lot of times, except for when he went to work. Oh, and like she starts like scratching her head, just like trying to, just like you can tell that she's just thinking. She's like, I believe there was, I think he talked to somebody a lot named Sally that he met up with, but I don't, like, she never came around here, so I don't know if it was like a Tinder date or just someone from work, or I don't know. I never, we really didn't get into each other's personal lives like a whole lot. Like we kind of just were looking for a roommate to help pay rent. Costs a lot here.
Not really friends, just
Like we're friends.
acquaintances.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's just like we never really dug deep into like each other's love, romantic life, and personal stuff. Like I don't know, I didn't want to lead him on and just get his hopes up, and it's just, I don't know, guys are dumb. Yeah, yeah, no, that's, I don't know who Sally is. If, like, I know he brought a few friends over a few times, but, like, Sally, like, I would hear one-sided conversations about meeting up, and it was, like, at weird times of the day, but I don't know who she was.
Hey.
Alright, and with that, we'll go to the next person. So, who would like to ask questions next?
I guess I'll start my questions.
Okay. Gotta find you. There you are. So yes, when you are meeting with the person, Michaela Stevens, not meeting with, but the friends of Michaela Stevens, who you enter the room and you see about a mid-30s man, which your list, like your description there says that his name is Jimmy Dow, and he was her boyfriend. And
That's
so
the only person?
yeah, there's only one person in here.
Okay.
But yeah, he comes in and like he looks really nervous, and he's just like, yeah, hey man, what's going on? How you doing?
Well, we're all right. I'm all right here. We're just trying to do a little bit looking into Michaela's disappearance, and wanted to find out when the last time you saw her was.
Yeah. Let's see. The last time was let's see. Yeah, sorry. And it's been, and you'll know this from the list as well. Like she's been one of the closer to the earlier people, at least a month out. And he's like, sorry, it's just been real stressful. And as you look at him, he's got like dark bags under his eyes and like a patchy beard with a crop of red hair on top of his head. And he's just like, yeah, okay, yeah. So the last time I saw her it was about a week before we actually knew. I was actually on business travel. My company, WTFRS, they sent me out on business training for management, and look, it's the biggest adult toy store in the world. I regret those words coming out of my mouth, but but yeah, they I don't know, they just, apparently people have been showing up, and so they're trying to get managers trained. And I remember I went to the training conference. I told her, I told Michaela, yeah, when I get back, we'll like to celebrate. We'll go out and get a nice meal, hit up the town, and she was like, oh, yeah, and she was like, we were all happy, but yeah, by the time I came back, like it was, she wasn't here.
And had you noticed any odd behavior prior to leaving for your trip?
No, it's like she hung out with friends, and like I know she was like a little, like before I left she was a little airheaded, and like which was a little bit not normal, but she didn't seem lost or confused. Like she didn't seem totally out of normal. Like she had like spells where it seemed like, I don't know, you ever seen like people that just like kind of space out? Like it's I mean, but it wasn't like, at least when I was around her, like and stuff, like she didn't seem abnormal.
And now I have to think of more questions.
Okay, yeah, that's all good. So yeah, we'll go to Guy, who you have the friends of Brittany Griff. So you enter your room and you see two people there, where they it says on the notes there, it says that Chad Bree and Haley Smith were pretty much super close in college, and then yeah, they both all worked in the same field, and now like they don't live together or anything, but it says that they were just really close friends and still tried to get together on the weekends. And they are all a little bit younger. Chad, he is a man with he's just bald, like no hair on his face, and like kind of bright blue eyes. And Haley, she is just a young brunette that yeah, and she looks a little tired, but yeah, that's who you see when you enter the room. That it's like, oh, hi, hello.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just kidding.
You're just waving, and they're just like,
No,
right?
I'm kidding.
She pulls out a gun. No.
So I guess I know you said that they're close college friends, but I'm gonna, I guess, ask them a 2-for-1 and ask, like, if I guess obviously when was the last time they saw her, and like if they were together when they saw her last.
Yeah. Yeah, so you ask that and they're just like they got like kind of quiet for a little while, and you don't have to roll anything for this. It's very obvious that they're like super nervous. And Haley like kind of looks over at Chad and she's like, was it then? Like kind of mumbles something. Chad's like, yeah. Last time we saw each other, it was at a club. It's a new one. I'm trying to remember the name of it. No, it wasn't Club Overground. It was on the other side of town. I'm sorry. It's been a long couple weeks. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a new one. I just remember. I'm totally blanking on the name of it. It had like, I just remember it was like kind of looked like a 70s vibe or something like that. It just kind of real like throwback. And Haley's like, Time Lapse. That was the name of the club, Time Lapse. And she's like, oh yeah. That. So we went there, and we were just all having a good time, and yeah. And then she got a phone call, and she said she had to leave early, which, like, well, I understand. Like, sometimes work calls, but yeah, that was the last time we saw her. Like, she left the club a little bit early, and then yeah, we haven't seen her since.
So you guys seem like your story is coming together now, okay? But it took a minute for us to arrive at this destination, right? What were you guys into that night? What were you doing? I know you said you're at the club, but like, were you partying a little too hard?
And Chad's
are you doing
just
something
like,
illegal? I'm not here to come down on you for doing any like illegal things. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to your missing friend.
yeah. And Chad like gets like just like, well, I may have taken some of the weeds that night. I didn't drive, but I may have partaken of party substances. So that's might be why I'm forgetting stuff. And Haley, she's like, yeah, it's I didn't take anything, but it was a stressful. I remember that week. It was a real stressful week with stuff going on at home, and I may have drank a little bit too much as well. But no, like, we didn't harm anybody. Is that why we're here? I thought we were here for Brittany.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Brittany too.
You were asking what we were doing.
Weird about what you were doing. If you were the last folks to see her, I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
We told you we went to the club. We all like grabbed Ubers there. Like Chad and I we came together, and because we were at the same place. Brittany met us there, and then she got a phone call early, like kind of, I don't know, trying to think, it was about maybe like an hour or two after we met, and then and she said like we could meet back at her place later, but she we never got a phone call, and when we Ubered there, she wasn't picking up, answering the door or anything. So yeah, it was the last we saw her.
I'm sorry, I'm at my question limit, but I do have one more follow-up.
It's all good. Mm-hmm.
Did Brittany partake in the party substances that night before leaving after the phone call?
No, we took that. Well, Chad. Yeah, I took that before.
No, you said we. It was both of y'all.
Yeah, we both partook of it. She didn't. We don't know if Haley was. We don't know if she partook of anything before we all met up. She was coming from a different place, and she seemed. Oh no, if I remember correctly, she seemed a little spacey, but yeah.
So you didn't see her take anything while she was there
nope.
with you guys?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. Alright, and then we go to another room where we see a person. We see Joseph walk in to the Friends of Kyle Caldwell, and he looks at his list, and the friend's name is Kyle Donner. And they were roommates in college, and just became roommates. And then became friends for pretty much a life, because they bonded over through the deep connection of having the same name. And so here we go. I'll roll this in chat. So. So here we go. This is going to determine the lower the question he asks, the lower the number, the better he does. All right, 25. Okay, that ain't bad. And so yeah, he gets in there and he's just like, so yeah, my name's Aaron, and hey, how you doing, Kyle, sir? So, how'd you meet Kyle? And then Kyle's like, well, yeah, we were friends. Well, before we were friends, we were enemies, because I was like, hey, you can't have my name. And he was like, oh, yeah? Well, I do. And so we got in a fight, and then we became friends, and then we're like, yeah. Then we became best friends. They called me KC. Sorry, they called him KC, because his last name, Kyle Caldwell. And they called me KD for Kyle Donna. So, yeah, KC, KD, yeah. Oh. And he got confused. So now we're going to move on to... we go back into the room with Dick/David. Do you have... know what the next question for Jenny Blart and... sorry, not Blart. That's a totally different franchise. Jenny Bart and Richard Johnson.
I totally didn't mute myself.
It's all good.
I don't know. Can you come back to me?
Yeah. So we'll just leave it open. So whoever has a question, we'll go jump to them.
All right, I'll continue my discussion with Jimmy.
All right.
So yeah, it's obvious that you've been pretty distraught here, pretty obviously distraught. So how about you tell me a little bit about what you've been doing in the last month to try and I'm solid guess here says that you're probably trying to figure out what's going on, and how about you give me a little bit of background on what you've been working on.
Yeah, I checked her phone, and well, that's the thing. I couldn't check her phone because that was with her. And like, I tried the Apple searchy thingy. I don't know, pings where it was last found, and it showed like it was an alleyway kind of in one of the what district was it? Oh man, I'm trying to remember, but it was near Little Italy, but yeah, it wasn't. It was like in the district north of it. But yeah, and so that was the last ping. I looked there, and I don't know, there were some weird looking characters. But by the time I got back, like, I don't know, it was really weird, because like, so the way I knew something was up, it was like the apartment was destroyed. Like, it's a thing, it looked like someone took a sledgehammer to all our furniture and walls and floors, and like, the thing is, like, nobody heard anything. And but the weird thing is like, there was no noises, no one heard anything, and it looks like a sledgehammer was taken to it, but there wasn't any, like, there was no, the police, when they showed and they took a search of it, they said that, sorry, this is the thing that's just really confusing me. They said that the damage doesn't match any tool, power, or manual. Like, it doesn't match the pattern of a sign of struggle. There was no blood anywhere, and like, the only reason I wasn't caught, or not caught, sorry, the reason I wasn't suspect is because I was very clearly on my business travel, and like, there, I had alibis there. I had all the, like, I can show you like my ticket, if it's like, if you want, I can pull it up in my email here. But like, that was like the weirdest thing. Like, that just, there was no evidence of anything. Like, no one heard anything through the walls, no noise. It was just, it looked like a war happened in there, and then, but nothing in there to cause it. It was just, I don't know. Thankfully, we had enough insurance money to cover it, but yeah.
And has that all been repaired now?
Yeah, it's been, if I remember correctly, Michaela was like one of the earlier ones.
Yeah, you said about a month.
Yeah, like that. It's now repaired, but it's the police. I think they came down and gave it a look, and they said that they got everything they need. So I don't know if they still have that report, but yeah, it's just.
Do we have that old report in her file?
It wasn't in her. For some reason, it wasn't in her file, but
So the FBI may not have known that there was a police report on that one.
Yeah. No, you can just that.
Yeah,
it might have just not made its way over, because like the files, if you remember correctly, were like all jumbled and mixed up, and so it took a little while to get through.
Did the police give you any indication of how far or how long before you had gotten back this might have happened?
Like, it seemed, because like I don't know, like, they said it, like, from what it seemed like, it could have been just a couple days, because I was only gone for the week. Like, I left on Saturday, and then I made it back Friday, and like, she wasn't answering her phone, which, it was late, and I totally understand. So I got an Uber, came back, and yeah, it was just, it's what I walked into. And they said it, like, they had theories that it could have been like the Wednesday or Thursday, but yeah, no one's seen her or heard from her.
While you're on your trip, were you calling her on a regular basis as well?
No. Like we talked before that, and like she also like had a big work thing coming up, and so like I know how she gets in there. She's kind of like she is an architect, and when she kind of gets close to deadline, she just kind of shuts everything off. So like I knew that, well, at least that's what she told me. That's what she was doing. So like we did text once or twice. I think it was like on Sunday and Monday, but like she said that she has to focus on her work and would contact me, and that she said that she would contact me, which she always has. It was just, yeah, just sorry, she's gone now. Alright, let's switch to another person then.
I was gonna say I need time to ponder, so
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question more out of character to
Yeah.
Knight? So dude relayed that he had done the whole Find My iPhone deal thing, right, and had a ping in the city,
Yes.
right? But so you were trying to pinpoint kind of when it happened, right? But I don't know if he relinquished which date the last ping was.
I will admit, that's the failure on me, because I just know that's all iPhones do. So I didn't know they said dates.
I was just thinking about it because he was asking if the police could determine like when
I
the
was looking
destroying
more.
of the apartment happened and that sort of deal.
Yeah, I was trying to get a feel for what we might like. I want to go after this police report for sure.
Gotcha.
Because that's super valuable to get that information. I
Yeah.
was also trying to get an idea if he had a better idea how far before he got back that this might have happened. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, since I learned that information as well of how iPhones work, he would have said that, yeah, it was like the last ping was like on a Wednesday, like 12, like at night. So it was like really, really late.
so like the Wednesday while he was out of town.
Yes.
type of thing,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like that was the last ping, and then the phone hasn't turned on since.
All right.
Okay. Who next? And if you got, Eh?
The lady that I'm talking to, whatever her name is, I don't know.
Jenny.
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 Johnny.
Um,
I run fast.
Specifically when she said that she and the dude were just friends, did I feel like she was being sincere, or was she trying to hide something?
No, she was. To what you seemed like she was being sincere. If you want to see if she was lying about something, I'll let you roll human. Or let's see, human.
That's not going to be a fun time.
Or I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. And yeah, if you guys can definitely look through your skills if you want to try to roll something to see if you can get anything out of them.
Were we supposed to update when, because like I have check boxes from our
Yeah,
last session.
not yet. I figured.
yet, okay.
Yeah, because normally these sessions are done like they're multi-hours worth of like stuff, and if we did that, like, I don't know,
It would be OP.
yeah,
I
you
get
guys
you.
would level up pretty quick. So
You only get one training montage per.
so but now, like, at some point I'm gonna let you guys cash that all in.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if you guys see any of your skills that you think would fit, you are definitely allowed to like say, I want to roll blank. Like, I want to roll. I was looking through here. Like humans one to see if they're telling the truth, or I want to roll like a persuade check to see if I can push a point a little bit more. So, but to what you believe so far is that she was being sincere, that they were just friends.
Okay. Do you know anything about the burner phone that he had locked away in his desk?
Look.
I think it was a desk.
Yeah, it was. No. That... I don't know why I would need something like that. Like, it would make sense why he would sometimes just have phone calls in his room. I just thought it was... I just thought he was talking on his phone or doing FaceTime, and... Yeah, no, I have no clue.
Had he recently become agitated, or was he lashing out or anything like that? Or shown signs of paranoia?
A little. Like, he was always a guy that was into, like, conspiracy theories, but he yeah, it seemed like he thought that he was being followed, but I don't know, I just took it as normal. I don't know, I guess and like she kind of gets quiet, and Mr. Richard speaks up and just like, oh, I forgot what his voice was. I'll just do this one. Real quick, there's one thing, the week that he was missing, trying to remember, we saw that, what was it? Yeah, his room, it looked like it was vandalized. Me and Jenny talked about that. She was at work, and so she wasn't here, but it was weird. It looked like someone just beat the living daylights out of it, but like, it was just his room. Like, I know that you guys saw and what it looked like, but like, I don't know, his bed wasn't really damaged. It was just like kind of one of the walls and closet, but police looked at it and sorry that I messed that up. We looked at it and didn't really think much of it, so it was just his room, so we brought in a repairman and fixed it, but like
how long ago was that?
It's when he went missing, so I want to say about 2 weeks ago.
Wow, you got a handyman to fix that up in 2 weeks?
I got a cousin.
And there was no police report filed?
No, we didn't think much of it. Like, it was just his room, and looking through it, we didn't see anything missing. It was just a wall. And so, I don't know, that we thought James did it, and like, I told Jenny, he told me that it wouldn't come out on my end, that I would get my part of the security deposit back, and that it would come out of James's, since it was just his room. But yeah, that was also the day we didn't see him anymore.
Okay.
I'm sensing a theme.
I have a theory.
Yep. So we can have someone else go. We can roll for Pug's character to see what he's gonna get.
I'm curious to see what Pug's got.
Alright, let's see. We're gonna roll a D100. 52. And so we go in there and we have the camera kind of goes through the two-way mirror, through like a room of everyone else talking, like not talking, but observing the conversation that Dick is having with Jenny and Richard. And we go across the hallway through another room where we see Joseph just in awestruck, like, as Kyle's like, yeah, so me and Casey and KD, obviously my voice changed because when I get excited, this is what my voice changes into. Because so in one time in college, we went and got the town lizard. Sorry, not town lizard. College lizard. It was like the mascot, and we set it free in the vents, and then we lost it, and so we went around and looked for it, but I didn't find it. But then KC fell through the floor, which was the ceiling of another building, and it was crazy because then we were like, we can't pay for this. We're college students, and we ran away. And so then the lizard fell into the library, and the library was like, whoa, there's a lizard in here, and then Bob Bang Bob Bo, and he just keeps going as it looks like Joseph is not able to get a word in.
Good job, Joseph. Good job.
Maybe you should show up. All right, so the honor snakes time, like we're getting a little bit close, so we'll do one more round of questions. But if you guys are done, we can end the interview section here.
I would like to levy a persuade roll of some variety into convincing Chad and Haley that they aren't in any kind of trouble, but that I need any information they're withholding, because I feel like they're holding back something.
Okay.
Now if I could find it. Un momento.
Yeah, it's
I have it pulled up.
Yeah, if you just scroll down, it's alphabetical order. Persuades middle, near the bottom.
No modifier, right?
You know, they're a little bit nervous. I'll give yourself 20% more. So whatever your percentage is, add 20% to it. And
Okay. What the fuck? Well, I rolled 97 over 50 and failed. So there's that.
Well, okay, this is a good moment to let anyone know who is this their first time hearing or knowing about Delta Green. What you have here is stats that you can roll. So E-Corp tried to roll Persuade, and depending on how things go, you can get bonuses to your questions depending on what's going on, like E-Corp did. She rolled over the number, which means she failed, which failing isn't terrible. Like, you didn't roll a critical fail, which the critical would be any number that's like 11, 22, like it's the same number twice. So you didn't critically fail, so that's good. And so they're just like, yeah, so they get a little bit agitated and they're just like, wow, there's a problem just switching between everyone's questions and now I'm forgetting everyone's voice. And I was like, look, I know that I know people think we're not the most reliable people, but we only know what we know. We're not trying to hide anything. We're really bad at it. I'm sorry, it's just, I miss her. She was my friend, and we want to know what's going on, and I know that we didn't have the best recreational activities in the eyes of the man, but I don't know. I think I'm just done. And like, she just kind of sits back and crosses her arms, and Chad just looks at her and just like, is there anything else I can do to help? Or we just want to know where a friend is.
I guess my final question would be whether or not they were able to gain entry into her residence. I know they had tried after the fact, Just want to know if they made it inside at all, or know of any family members that were able to access the inside of her residence.
Yeah, her apartment was like wrecked. Like, and they called us over. Like, her cell phone was there, and we were the most recent contacts and pretty much the only contacts. Like, she moved to the city. Like, she didn't want to live in the rural area anymore, so she moved here, and like, we were the closest thing to family that she had living here. So they called us and we looked, and yeah, the police, like, I don't know, like, there wasn't any like wood or metal shards all around, and the damage didn't match like a hammer or a bat or anything. And I don't know, it's just, it didn't look like it didn't seem like it seemed like she wasn't even there when it happened. I mean, because they said that like there weren't any traces of her being hurt or anything. It's just, I don't know, she's just gone. Like,
So the police were involved, though. Like, the police assisted with like checking the property.
yeah, they called us down and told us about it and showed us some pictures, but they asked about someone named Sally, but it's just, we don't know who that is.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your time.
Okay. And then like he looks over at me and he's like, "Hey, want to go to Wendy's?" Yeah. Let's get McFlurries. That's not where you get. Never mind. and yeah. So your section's done. If anybody else wants to ask any questions. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give Jimmy my burner phone number,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, hey, yeah, I know you're going through a tough time. If you think of anything else, we're gonna do what we can to find out what's going on. And if you think of anything else, give me a call. And yeah, we'll let you know if we can track down any information.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I want to poke my head into Joseph's room with Kyle, and just like, hey Joe, we got some stuff to do, but real quick, Kyle, was Kyle's apartment vandalized?
Yeah, it, man, yeah, that was a rough time. I haven't told the landlord yet. I don't know how you knew. I haven't told anyone about it. Yeah, it was pretty wrecked, but, I don't know, me and a few, friends, we cleaned it up.
So is it like is everything fixed, or is it still?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. Like, we knew the landlord was doing inspections, so yeah, we just fixed it up real quick.
Right. And did you get a police report or anything?
No, man. I am KD, my dude. I can't afford that. I need to keep this. I need to keep this. So no, yeah, we just cleaned it up. Why, is that a problem?
Just checking.
Okay. Now let me tell you about the mascot. So like, we went and set his and like he keeps going. Yeah.
One other thing, just real quick.
Uh-huh.
Does the name Sally mean anything to you?
Nah.
All right. Well, I'll let you continue talking about the mascots. We gotta run.
Okay. So yeah, and like, you close the door and you just hear, again, then we gotta set the mascot time. As it just fades in, and like, sorry, Daniel, your phone buzzes. Like you just got a text message.
I look at my phone and see what they...
It's Joseph saying help.
Well, I was trying to get him to join to come with me.
Yeah, he didn't get up fast enough. It's like he was late to the conversation or something.
I just texted back. You should have got up when I gave you the option.
I hope he watches this. I really hope he does.
We'll be back for you later. Good luck.
About in 2 weeks. Hey. So you're done with yours. Dick, did you have any questions? I can't remember. Did you have any more questions for Richard? No, not Richard. Oh yeah, Richard's there. Richard or Jenny?
Richard Johnson.
Richard Johnson.
Did you give him the dick hater on purpose?
You're not Dick Hater though right now. You're Daniel.
No, he's David
No,
Hater.
I'm Dick Hater.
Oh, you're David Hater. Oh.
No, Dick's
David Hater.
David Hater.
Yeah, David Hater.
Now you got me confused on who I am.
Yep.
Never
I
mind.
just call you Dick Hater. My bad.
No, I don't have any more questions.
Hey. Yeah, it's you excuse yourself. And thank you. And like Jenny, like before you leave, it's like, if you hear anything, do you think you can let me know?
I'll give her my burner phone number. Or no, I guess I'll put her phone number in my burner phone,
Okay.
and then I'll give her my number in case she thinks of anything else that might be helpful. And I will leave 2 packs of Gushers on the table in front of each of them.
And she's like, thanks, and Mr. Johnson is like, oh yeah, dude, my favorite. Just starts going to town. Did you give her your burner number or your actual phone number?
Burner.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you said phone number and I'm like, I just wanted to just double check in case anything happened. Hey, so you guys, almost everyone exits, and as you guys leave and kind of walk, collecting the hallway, and we'll say that it's been like a couple minutes as you guys were exchanging all the stuff so that everyone knows the conversations you guys have been having. Rebecca Steele comes up and she's like, hey, that DEA agent, she's here. If you guys want to follow, wasn't there another one of you?
Well, he's having a little trouble with his interviewing skills today, and he's getting quite a life story. He's getting quite a life story right now.
Well, I guess if it helps. Yeah, do you guys want to meet her? I'll let the agents know after I bring you over to her.
Was it her or him? Jim? Is what I have for the DEA name.
Oh, Jim.
There was a DEA name?
Yeah, the DEA agent that we're supposed to be meeting.
Was it Jim? Hey.
That's the name I have on my notes.
Well, I can change it.
Nothing about that.
Might have been a joke. I don't know.
It could have been. I don't know.
Yeah. So, any poop. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Jim. Sorry. Yeah. He got my names mixed up. He retired about a month ago. Now, the one that's actually working with us, her name's Miss Susan. If you guys want to follow me, and yeah, she leads you back to the conference hall that you guys all met in, and you guys open a door, and there's like just a shorter woman in with her hair tied back, blonde hair tied back in a bun, with wireframe glasses, and like just kind of wearing like kind of not like the clean pressed clothes that your handler has or Rebecca has had on, but yeah, it seemed like more for like field use and moving around. She comes up to greet you and is just like, hey, let's trade some notes. So is there anything you guys want to ask her?
I want to ask her about Sally, because we've talked, right? So now we all have.
Yeah, well, we
kinda-
can move forward with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sally. 1 second. She like moves over to her laptop and like starts clicking through there. Oh yeah, I bet you guys are talking about Sally Francis. Yeah, normally she's called Hi Sally. Let's see. And she's like reading her notes and just like, yeah, not he. She's yeah, she's a dealer that we have our eyes on. Let's see. I think we have an agent that's close to her in her area. We can give you, if you want, I can give her the information. Why I did? Oh yeah, sorry. You guys traded notes. Yeah. So, if you guys want, I can kind of find her the area that she kind of hangs out in, and she's like types a little bit more on her computer, and she's like, here's a picture, and she like turns around. You can see like a picture of just a fair-skinned woman, and just kind of not really like she doesn't look super there's nothing like super distinct about her, like, but she just looks kind of mousy and like kind of like shortish blondish hair, and she's just like yeah, but like kind of real thin. And so if you guys want, I can get that information. I think the agent is kind of in the field right now, but I can send him an email and he can get back to me tonight, and I can let you guys know where she normally operates. Yeah, reverb doesn't normally seem like her thing. She seems more commonly acquired drugs, like yeah, like
the weeds.
Yeah, like the weeds. This is D-Pain and all his drug knowledge like coming to the forefront. Yeah, like like weed and Molly and black tar heroin. You know, just that normal stuff.
The normal stuff.
Did we catch the name of the lady who was trying to get someone high at the club? I forget who was talking to who. There was
Ella?
there was a
Ella?
what was that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Ella
The one that
Smith.
we got that was dancing with Joseph.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was Ella.
And
Okay.
she gave her phone number to Daniel
Yeah,
and
what was-
Joseph.
Yeah, we have her phone number.
I'm curious
Um,
to know if the DEA has the phone number or like a contact number for this Sally lady,
Yeah, give me
or
one.
if that could be some of the information that gets relayed back to us.
How about this? If you guys want, anyone that has criminology, since you have the DEA agent here working with you as well, you can have 40% added to that. So 40% bonus to roll criminology.
Do we all need to roll it?
If you guys want to.
Joe rolls a 38% success.
Ooh. Boom.
55.
27 success.
All right.
So what terrible thing happens to me now?
So, excuse me. So, we'll say this is what happens. You you guys sit there and you're looking kind of cross matching just files, and and just the files that Miss Susan has on her computer, and just kind of matching up names. And you guys are bringing up databases of from the police, just accessing that, looking around there, just seeing if there's anything that pops out. And then you guys are able to find an address, and then besides the address, you are also able to find two numbers. And if you, as you guys look at two of those numbers, you guys remember that you still have the phone. Blanked on whose burner phone it was. James's burner phone, and you are seeing that one of the numbers match up with the name called Goods.
Yeah,
So
that's helpful.
yeah, so that happens, and so then we have our fumble, and you're like, so in the excitement of everything that happens, like, yeah, it's like everyone's like, yeah, okay, this is good. They're getting excited. You guys are getting excited. And like, okay, and you're making plans, and Dickie gets so excited that he's like, gushers on me, and just slams some gushers on the table. Which there was a pitcher of water that was on the table that spills. Unfortunately, all the water lands and kills your burner phone.
My burner phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna involve the gushers. I was waiting for something to happen with the gushers.
So yeah, your burner phone isn't turning on anymore. Could be part that I think you guys only spent $20 on each burner phone, and so it's not the most durable. But yeah.
Good thing we bought an extra one.
So.
But about the numbers. The landlord and Jenny's numbers, that is.
Mm-hmm. So.
So much for them being able to contact us for if they come up with anything too.
We know where Jenny lives. It's fine.
And then she dies. No. Yeah. So you guys get that number. Yeah. What do you guys want to do with that?
Hey, technically, we had traded all of our notes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wouldn't that be a note?
Well, no, you put the number on the phone, so
Could have
mean,
shared
unless
the
we
phone
actually-
numbers.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean,
Okay.
Did you think that you would How about this?
I
Let's.
don't think we would have exchanged the phone numbers. We would have been like, "Oh, I got this person's number." And we would have been like, "Okay, cool." Like they were
yeah.
your people.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it may because they're not going to be. We've given them that phone number to contact, so we've contacted them a different number is going to make it. That's going to be even more suspicious at that point.
Right. I was just kidding. Don't mind me.
I was gonna let you guys roll a luck roll to see if you guys had shared the number, but yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll be able to track it down eventually if we need, or at some other point if we need to.
All right.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you have sorry, not Susan's number. You have Sally's number. What you think is there? At least what you believe is her number. What do you guys like to do?
Let's see. Does the DEA know of any potential distributors for Reverb that we should be looking at?
She's like, no, we haven't found anybody. Like, that's the problem. Like, the people that are selling it are really well hidden, and so we believe they're. I don't know. There's a theory going around that Sally has some contacts of people who sell it. But yeah, we don't have any clue where it's being made or exactly who's selling it. So I don't know, maybe you guys are able to get a meeting with her and you might be able to convince her. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think, trying to figure out who we can, like, what we can do here.
All right. And has the DEA been able to get their hands on any samples of reverb yet?
No. Yeah, no, that was one of the things in all the reports, is that they themselves have, nobody in the government has been able to get a source of reverb, which is one of your guys' missions.
As I was kind of trying to figure out if they've done any testing on it yet, but obviously not.
Yeah, no.
I'll give Susan my burner number and get contact info so we can keep in touch as we investigate further.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't have anything else at the moment.
All right.
Does Susan know anything about, like, the trashing of these missing persons residents?
No, I don't. I don't have anything specific, but it seems that there's been a few other cases where, like, we've done a search, there's nothing in there. Like, it seems like it's a common thing of people who go missing, their rooms, like, and their places just get destroyed. But the thing is, there's no evidence. Like, that's why we're having such a hard time. Like, we don't see any tools being used. No one has heard any weird noises from the apartment buildings around them when they live in apartments. There's no signs of struggle. There's no, like, blood or like hair or skin or anything just around. It's just it just looks like something destroyed the room and then took any form of evidence of violence against any people or how it's done away. And it's like a dead end. We don't know where to go with that.
That's
Does
all
the
I got.
DEA
Mm-hmm.
Does the DEA have any, like, police reports on this at this time, or the reports on beyond that?
Yeah, well, we'll say you guys mentioned it to Steele, and she said that she went and looked and contacted you guys, and we'll say, like, while you guys were doing all that, like, kind of backwards stuff, searching, like, it took about, like, an hour or two, and she came in, was like, she gave you the reports, and everything matches whatever, like, kind of what Susan was saying and just kind of what everyone else was kind of saying in the interviews.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really wanting to see one of these vandalized rooms.
Yeah.
If they're in the police, like, would there have been any pictures with the police reports?
Yeah, like, and the pictures are, like, everything, all the pictures are exactly what everyone's been describing. Like, it's...
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to actually see and, like, more experience the environment that's been vandalized, which wouldn't really be something that's in the report.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I think something that I would like to mention to Steele is just, like, if we get another report of the room being vandalized like that,
Mm-hmm.
that we want to be sure that we get a chance to go and investigate ourselves before anything else is done to that room.
All right.
So that it's just sort of like a pin out there, just in case we have that as more information. It feels like it's unlikely to happen, but I want the pin available.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah. If any more information, I'll let you know.
I drew you a picture, Knight.
Oh boy. Well done. That is exactly it.
Yep, there you go.
That's
Just
perfect.
for you.
So, what do you guys
Just
want
so
to do?
everyone knows, I drew a box with the text vandalized room / environment.
Alrighty. So, last thing, you guys have anything you want to do?
I don't have anything else at this point.
Same.
Alright. How about everyone make an intelligence check ×5 for me?
What does that mean?
You have your intelligence. It's in your statistical data right above all your applicable stats, and so it's that little column right next to your score.
How do you do
76.
×5?
You
I
just-
don't.
I think you just click
the,
it.
stat. 76 of 90.
Okay. Oh.
Look at that low number.
8 of 8 AD.
You did.
Oh. 72 over 65. Fail.
Yeah. So we'll say you're distracted because after all this time, now crawls in Joseph, tired, and looks like he aged 30 years, and he's like, I don't want to hear any more about lizards. But
So Jared, what was that time with Kyle?
yeah, he's like, but both Dick and Joseph, sorry, not Joseph, Dick and Daniel, you guys like sit there like for a second. You both look at each other and it's like, we could just call her and set up an appointment.
Oh, you mean Sally?
Yes. Yeah, you
Oh, I
guys.
was planning on using the burner phone that we got from James.
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
purpose.
It just seems like you guys
kind of
were.
waiting until the right time of day.
Yeah. So.
Because that feels like something that if this person got a call at the wrong time of day or a text at the wrong time of day, it might kind of spook them.
Yeah. So, what time do you want to do that? We'll say. What time would you guys like to do that?
I want to say that was mid-afternoon that we had
Yeah.
picked up on the times on it before,
Yeah.
which
So.
would be about this time. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna say now after the interviews and like kind of your studies, it's kind of getting close to like 5-ish o'clock now.
yeah, it seems like a good time to
You gonna?
do that, and that doesn't feel like something that we necessarily want to arrange while we're in the same room with DEA and everything, perhaps. But
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, real quick. Like, are you gonna call or text her? What do you know?
I would say text her that we still had the previous text from James on that burner phone, right?
Roll luck.
Let's see where there it is.
Nope.
That would be 100 fumble.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Luck is not on there. Sorry. There's no messages. It seems like he wipes the phone of messages.
So I'll just send a text from that phone saying, "Hey, just got back, looking to pick up or get a little bit from my stash."
Your personal phone or Danny's?
No, James' burner phone.
So, yeah, James,
The phone-
sorry.
burner phone.
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright.
why
I
are
wanna
we
check
using a
on that.
missing man's phone?
Well, initial contact, I want to, or that contact, I kind of want to make it seem like it's coming from him.
Yeah,
initially.
but he's missing. And if she knows why people are missing, and then she gets a message from a guy who's missing, that's super sus.
Any more sus than a random new number calling or texting?
Well, I mean, if she's a drug dealer, that's probably a normal occurrence. You know, it's like, hey, I was referenced to you by so and so. I need to hook up.
You got them drugs.
I mean, I'm open to that as an option too, but
Would my pharmacy skill give me any insight on the best way to go about this?
If anyone, I think criminology will be good.
I have 60 criminology.
Alright. Yeah. If you want to roll that. Actually, you know what? That's high enough to where Guy finally gets over the shock of I keep forgetting his name.
Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph coming in. And yeah, so she's like you're like, wait a second, you're trying to do a drug deal? And you give them like the perfect information of just like, no, it's totally common, it's not that big of a deal. You just say, hey, friend gave me this number that I can score some stuff, and like and you kind of give the information of how not to like rise alarm to this to Sally. So
Well, that's good news.
Yep.
It's good to think somebody around here knows about this stuff.
Yep. So yeah, you text her, and it's like you guys are just staring at the phone, and like 5 minutes pass, then 10 minutes pass, and then 30 minutes pass. And then it gets close to an hour, and then all of a sudden the phone goes off again. She's like, and you get a response saying, "Hey, in an hour," and gives you an address. Meet me here. And she's like, "Would you want?" And she kind of is like, like writes in there, new customers meet first before getting specialty orders. And with that, we'll call it a night.
One closing question related.
No,
to
it's
that.
a night.
Is the address in Little Italy? Near there?
Yeah, it seems like it's south. I don't know the district that's south of there. I'll look it up and I'll get you guys an address for next week. So
That was more just wondering. Close to.
yeah, it's around that area. Yeah.
It's gonna be where that last ping was, night.
That's kind of why I was asking that.